So today we're going to start a new challenge in The Sims 3. A couple of years ago, I think, we tried to do a what's called a legacy challenge, and the basic idea is you try and do a Sims 3 sort of progression through 8 generations, typically, of Sim. Usually you try and meet all the individual aspirations and see how many you can do. How many family members' aspirations can you do? How wealthy can you become? And you start with very little money and try and build something big. So we're going to do that again. I do have a couple of, just a couple of restrictions that I am going to use, and I mentioned these when I was talking about doing this previously. So the first thing is we're not going to use any kleptomania for our starting sim at least, so we're not going to start by stealing things. Because I just think that it's a little bit too easy. So our very first sim is going to have to live with not very much money for some time. The second thing is the typical no going to the future, because going to the future is, I've explained it before, but I consider it to be ridiculously overpowered as far as like getting stuff. That isn't to say that we will never steal Marthin, it's just that for the first sim we're not going to. In order to steal in this game, you need to use you need the trait in order to do it. So if one of our later sims has the stealing trait, then we might use it then. We're just not going to give that trait to our starting sim, just because I think it's a little bit too easy. Now, the first thing that we have to do is decide who our starting sim is. I'm open to suggestions for names and also for traits. So if anyone has got a suggested name for this first sim, I am all ears. Just waiting to see if anyone, because I don't have any ideas. Bass, Basilius Bass. Kaladin is quite keen on naming these characters after people who are in chat. Can we make a dwarf? We can't make someone who's short. We could give someone a dwarven name, or we could name someone after a tall dwarf. Oh, that gives me an idea. Gives me an idea. I've actually just had an idea. You've given me one. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with Discord, but I've got a name for our first starting character. We're going to call him Caratine Founderson. Oh, that name is too long. Really? Oh, God. Okay. We'll just go with Carrot Founderson. That'll do. And I think that's a good enough name. So we'll just go into it here and can we have a poll? We're not going to bother with that. I just want to get started quickly. I don't want to spend too long on actually making the sim. Because it can take a while in order to do that. I think we just need a name. We just need to, make an adequate looking sim and then go from there. And we'll get a bit more into it. But the other thing is that we'll start as a young adult. We're not going to select a supernatural type. We'll be a male, because why not? It doesn't really matter any of these. We can make him like buff if we want to. Why not? I don't know. I'm gonna try and make him look like how I imagine Carrot looks from the Discord books. If any of you guys are familiar with those books, then you might remember the character. I think he's is he described as being ginger? It'd be our second ginger sim in a row, but I think he is described as being ginger. He's like no, Discworld. Neither of those are spelled correctly. Disc as in D-I-S-C. Yeah. It's a series of books, but Dennis said that we should name him after a dwarf, and in the Discord books there is a dwarf called Caratine Founderson. He's a lot taller than the typical dwarf because he's a human who was adopted by dwarves. So I don't know if we can actually do anything more than that, but we'll have a look through the hairstyle. That is awful. There are some awful hairstyles that are available. I think we should just go for something smart, maybe. If I was doing my own hair, it'd just be like really long and unkempt, but I don't think there's a hairstyle that is adequately unkempt at the moment. Seriously, when are you supposed to use this, for example? The leaf hair. I guess if you got a plant sim, it's still just nasty looking. Yeah, good choice to have this character while prohibiting stealing, him being a guard and all. Yeah, he's a guard. He's one of the guards of the of the Night's Watch. We'll just this game struggles, even on more up to date computers. This game struggles. We can make him a cop, sure. You know, that is something we can do. That might be the notwithstanding ACAB and all that, but we can definitely do that. There's nothing stopping us. He's clean shaven. That much is true. I don't think he wears glasses. I kind of want short hair, but not too short. That's kind of what I was looking for. Let's just go with that. Why not? And if I remember correctly, glasses are stored in clothing. They're not part of the face. So you have to go through these options and find them in here. It's a real pain. Where is it? I think there's just like an option where you don't have any glasses at all, or I know. Actually, what I'll do is just there we go. So we'll go with that. I think we'll go blue eyes. Why not? So how's everybody doing anyway? Have you all been good recently? I don't know why I felt like playing The Sims, but after a while you just kind of get into it, and I guess you know, some of the news about a new Sims game coming out has kind of got me excited for it a little bit. Although I think it's still a while away before anything substantial gets revealed, so we're still waiting a bit. But I'm quite hopeful, I guess. Oh God. He looks like a poor orphan boy. I quite like this. Maybe we need some like. If I remember correctly, there's a pair of shoes in here that are like all beat up and you know, like all nasty looking. Yeah, here we go. I'm fine. I've been good. Yeah, maybe. What do you think of this? We'll make him look like he's like a down on his luck orphan, who is going to start a legacy. He's not really Carrot so much as he is Oliver Twist at the moment. We'll go with that. Why not? I've decided. Formal wear. We just need like a any kind of outfit really. Just something that's formal relatively. Now you need werewolves anytime to start a legacy with him. There are werewolves, but Sims 3 werewolves are just awful. Conceptually, they're not very interesting, and they just look ugly in like a way that they don't look like convincing werewolves. They just look like ogres. You know, it's more. I don't know. Like if we see one, I'll explain why I think this. But they're just hideous looking, and I know that they're werewolves, so you know they should be hideous, but. I don't know. They just don't look like wolves to me at all. They just look like very ugly men. So it's a bit of a shame, really. Although you can go too far in the other direction, and if you want to see that, then just look at the werewolves in The Sims 4, which is an entirely different set of problems. But you know, that's the discussion for another day. We don't talk about The Sims 4, or at least we try not to. Let's just go with like generic. You know, it's like Dad's first suit. This is like, you know, you wearing your first suit because you got to go to prom. He's still a young adult, so you know, probably doesn't have very many good clothes. The classic sweatshirt look, and we'll just go for something, I don't know, simple. Athletic. Oh, and they did include shirts so you can look like you've been attacked by a werewolf. And I know my graphical settings make that look really hideous, but we can be the victim of a werewolf attack, or I guess in this case maybe a moth attack. Again, just simple. This man's not got any money. There are a couple of other rules, and most of them are summarized on the linked spreadsheet, so you can have a look at that. And that's where I'll be putting all the information after the stream. So, you know, we'll keep that updated so that you can keep track of kind of what progress has been and how far along we are. If you're interested in that kind of stuff. Let's make sure he's got his nasty and ratty looking shoes that we had before. Oh, I don't think you can pick them for your athletic. I guess when he does his athleticism, he has to wear nicer shoes. We'll just go no shoes at all then. Swimwear. Give him a life vest. Why not? He looks. No, let's not. Let's not do that. It looks so daft in the swimming pool. We can. I don't know, just go with something simple. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on like making the sim because I guess for some people that's like the most interesting part, but for me it's not really. I mean, it to an extent it's nice, but I don't like spending loads and loads of time doing that kind of stuff. I want to see what the game is going to throw at us, and you know, it's going to be the Sims that come after Carrots that are really going to be interesting. Freeport evidently disagrees with me, maybe? I don't know. Outerwear, we'll go with that. Okay, so here's the brass tacks. So we need to decide what kind of traits we're going to go with. I'm open to suggestions again. I'm not going to run a poll or anything, but I'm just going to run through the list of traits, and you can see them all here. So if you see one that you think would be interesting to use, then just tell me. If they're really boring, I'll tell you that they're really boring, because some of them are. But there are some good ones, like if I was doing this, I guess I would say that we would probably want like good, because he's Carrot and for Daredevil maybe. Although I think Daredevil's a bit of a strange one. Will the challenge be completed this time? I don't know. Can anyone predict those kind of things? You know, I don't go in for predictions personally. I have a very bad track record with it. Like, I think I would go with like friendly and good. I mean, those are kind of generic traits. Oh, is it really difficult to read? Okay, well, I'll just go through them. So, absent-minded, adventurous, ambitious. Ambitious is a good one. You know, it makes it so that you get more kind of lifetime aspiration from doing things. Brave, yeah, brave is a good one. That'll make him do things like fight fires and fight thieves as well. Handy is also another good one, although it's more to do with the mechanic skill. But if we go for that, then we could do that. Handy. Avant-garde for a dwarf. I mean, yeah, I guess. We could do that. There's also like hates the outdoors, which would be an interesting one to do because like, you know, I imagine that our first sim will be spending most of his time outside because we'll have no money. So that might be an interesting one to have on there, just as a bit of a challenge, maybe make things a bit more interesting, perhaps. And there's some other ones on here. So, for example, there's Lucky, Mean-Spirited. Mooch is a good one. You know, you can beg money off people. Natural Cook, Neat, Neurotic, Never Nude, Night Owl, No Sense of Humor, Nurturing, Over-Emotional, Party Animal, Perceptive, Perfectionist, Proper. Proper is like one of the most boring traits on here. It does very little of anything. And then there's like traits like Sailor, for example. We can't be a sailor because we hate the outdoors at the moment, so... Shy, slob, snob, social butterfly, supernatural fan, supernatural skeptic, technophobe, unflirty, unlucky, unstable, vegetarian, vehicle enthusiast, workaholic, etc, etc. I'm actually thinking those are a good mix of traits. I'm probably going to stick with those unless anyone has a really cool idea. Alcoholic is not a trait. This game does not do proper alcohol. It approximates alcohol in a really boring way. We can also choose a custom wish as well. We don't have to choose one of these ones, but at the moment we got firefighter superhero, become an astronaut, international super spy, leader of the free world, world-renowned surgeon, and then we can just pick whatever. So alcohol is in this game, but it's also not really in this game. So you can make wine, except it's not called wine, it's called nectar, and the Sims don't really get drunk from drinking it, so it's kind of a bit pointless. This one, Oh, because the astronaut job is at the end of the military career track. The way career tracks work in The Sims is usually towards the end you have a choice whether you go down one branch or a different branch. So for the military one, you can go down the astronaut one, or I think you can go down like a general one. But you know, Carrot isn't a king. He doesn't want to be king. Even if he is the rightful king, he's not actually going to become king. You know, he's going to leave that to other people. Maybe make a few suggestions here and there if he's got some ideas. Like the patrician, you know, that's fine, but as long as yeah. Private museum. There should be one in here which is about becoming like a super cop, basically. So I'm just looking for that right now. I'm not sure what it's called though. The Zombie Master. Some of these are ridiculous, like turn the town. This one's just like turn a bunch of Sims into vampires. Zoologist. Like 20 pets in the wild. That would probably be quite an easy one. You could probably do that in not very much time. And then there's like ones where you have to become friends with animals and stuff. It's there's all sorts. I'm just looking for the one that's the Persuasive Private Eye. This one is, I'm pretty sure, impossible to complete because I think that the Private Eye job is booked, so we can't do that one. I'm pretty sure it's almost impossible to complete. I feel like the Firefighter one is perhaps the same, although maybe not. Yeah, this is the other one. So there's the Special Agent, an International Super Spy. Yeah. And his ambition be to be a master engraver? I don't think so, unfortunately. The closest there is to there's a sculpting skill, so you can sculpt things, and there's also a graffiti skill, so you can paint on walls, but you can't carve things into walls, unfortunately. The most dwarven color is, I don't know, black? Not really. Gold? Well, it's yellow, it's not gold. The most dwarven food is would it be too on the nose to go with carrots if they're on here? I mean, obviously it's like a plump helmet, but I don't think they have that in this game. Pumpkin pie, meats, yeah, meats of some description. Yeah, let's go with the steak. And fortunately, there isn't dwarf. None of this really matters anyway. Let's just go with like classical music. Why not?
Chabo.
We'll go with that. Astrological signs again doesn't really matter. Let's just go with Leo. I feeling he's a bit of a Leo. This guy. Rat on a stick. Yeah, unfortunately, rat on a stick isn't in there. Okay, yeah. So I didn't want to spend too long making a sim, but we've made one, so we'll accept. What is a plump helmet? It's the food that you buy in not buy, sorry, it's the food that you grow in Dwarf Fortress. It's the primary food that dwarves eat. I might have a problem here. No, I should be able to place it here. Oh, you can't? Can you not place them into empty houses? Okay, we have to just mess with some setup over here. I guess you can't place them into empty lots for whatever reason, which is unfortunate. I guess if we go to change active household, we can do it that way. So we choose a sim, and move in household, yeah, and then select. Then we can do it, okay. So this is the lot that we're going to purchase. It's 15 Summerhill Court. Now, the neighborhood that we're on is it's a neighborhood called Sunset Valley, but this is a tweaked version of Sunset Valley, which should include content from every expansion in it. So anything that is expansion content, you should be able to do it in this neighborhood, including things like going diving. So if our sim, for example, if we get a sim who does for some reason have the sailor trait, and then he's like, oh, I want to be a master diver, then we can do it, even though it won't be very good, but we can do it. you know, you have that opportunity. Maybe one day I'll stream the Island Paradise expansion so that the people who've never seen that before can see kind of like what a weird expansion it is. Yeah, we're gonna start here. Are there any caves to explore? No, not really. And I've got the progression mod enabled because it enables progression and it just makes sure that do we get rid of all the homeless sims? I think we do. It just means that we have you know, the story progression enabled. We shouldn't be getting notifications about it. I'm just going to pause and make sure that we're not going to get spammed with notifications, which we did last time we played this. So story progression. I'm pretty sure we just want general options, all stories, and then just none. Yeah. And basically, I want them to do stuff in the background. I don't want them to spam me with information about Sims that I don't care about. So yeah, this is our house. And we have 1,800 simoleons. We can't steal. We're not homeless, no. We own this property. We own this very lucrative property, which is right next to this over here. It's right next to what is a park and another beautiful house over there. And we're going to build it up and make it into a wonderful new legacy home for all of our Sims to live in, going from now into the future. But for now, we don't have anything. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a very basic room. And we're just going to put some stuff in it. So we'll start by getting ourselves a tiny little room. I'll just put it here, basically. And that's going to cost most of our money, straight up. We can make it a bit smaller. I want to make it... Last time I did this, I just made a wall and put some stuff on it. But I think we want to make this into a room. The cheapest possible door, which is this one. We'll go with the cheapest possible wallpaper. There's some here that are free. I don't want to use the free wallpapers. So the cheapest possible wallpaper that isn't free is this one. We're just going to go in here, put the cheapest possible floor in, which is... Well, I guess it's this one. We'll just go with that. Yep. And now we can fit all of our necessities inside this little room that we built for ourselves. We can sit a bed in here. What else can we fit in here? I think we can probably get a fridge and a table. Have a beautiful table over here with a seat. And we can always have an outdoor fridge, you know, one of those things that people do. You know, sometimes you just have your fridge outside your house. We'll also put a wall ceiling lamp in here. And there we go. We got ourselves a beautiful starter home. So yeah, let's have a look and see. We got our beautiful new starter home ready to go. You know, this is where we're going to be starting. And yeah, we're going to be building our way up from here. So I think the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go and get a job. We can do that straight away. We might even be able to do that without leaving the property, just by going to jobs and offers. No, we can't do it that way. So yeah, one of the nice things about this game is we can physically go to the police station and just ask them for a job. So that's the very first thing that we're going to do. I have no idea where it is. Opportunities and jobs. Oh, he doesn't have any jobs, so it's actually going to come up as not an opportunity. So we go with... Oh, actually, it's on careers. Yeah. Careers, so it's going to be... Yeah, it's this one here. So we tell him to go join the law enforcement, and we'll just watch him go about his day. Oh, by the way, because this lot is on top of this mountain, well, not mountain, because it's on top of this beautiful hill overlooking the sea, whenever we're on the lot, we get a trait called Beautiful Vista, because of the beautiful view from standing up here and looking out. So, yeah, we do have that going for us. Does that home have floors? I mean, hello, I have $1 in a house that's probably against every zoning law in existence. Please hire me to be a cop. Oh, and whilst this is happening, a bunch of junk is going to happen in the background. So we're going to ignore all of that. I don't know who Uriah is. I'll just put all those in for now. Yeah, he did take a damn cab ride around the park. I mean, cabs are free. What just crawled out of your house? No, that was the university mascot arriving to try and entice us to going to university. And you can see what an effect that being outside is having on his mood. This is why it's a really bad trait to have. It has a really bad effect on his mood. But he's feeling a lot better because he's been fulfilled, he's gotten a job, and we're going to need to get him some classes and skills. I'm not going to take a class in that. I'm just going to very quickly go over to his house because what's going to happen is that we're going to get spammed with a bunch of events over here. So the first bit of free money that we can get in the game is by selling the University Welcome Bundle. So this guy's just placed that here. He's like, hey, do you want to go to university? And we're just going to sell it because we don't want to go to university. So that's 20 bucks already. The second one that's going to happen is a time portal is going to appear on the property. We won't sell that one, but we also won't use it. I won't sell that one because it's just it just gives you like it's like 1,000 free money. He can beat the. We're not a cop. We're a snitch. So our first level is we're a snitch. So I guess we just I don't know who we snitch on, seeing as how the only people we know are our boss, our partner, and the mascot. But we snitch on people. That's how we make our money. $40 an hour to be a snitch, yeah. And we also need to improve our logic. That's the main skill that we're going to use in order to progress through our chosen career path. So because we don't have any money, because we don't have any, friends or anything like that, the only way that we can really improve our logic skill is by playing chess in the park or reading a book. So I think we're going to go and read a book, and we're going to go and read about how to become better at logic. And again, this will mean that we get to sit inside of it more, which Carrot will appreciate. He doesn't like being outside at all. But it does mean that when he's inside, he should be a bit happier. So we can just go here and we can read about playing chess, basically. And that's going to be the very first thing that we do. I think the second thing that we'll do is we'll try and make some money by fishing, maybe, or by trying to find something outside that we can sell. Okay, and this is the other annoying event that I was talking about. So I'm just going to put this magic portal into my inventory, and we're going to pretend that this didn't happen. Why is there another university welcome kit? Oh, whatever, we'll sell that. He's still waiting for somebody to answer the door. No, we're not going to. We're going to sit here. You got a nice lot for 15k and a door for 75. Inflation can be that bad, yeah. I mean, it could be both, Kaladin. Yeah, portals. So the portal is a portal to the future, and it's part of the final expansion that was released for The Sims, which was called Into the Future. And the whole gimmick is that you can go into the future. You can do future stuff. You can build robots. You can meet your descendants. So, in fact, although we can't do it now because I haven't been into the future, we could, if we had been into the future, we would be able to see who Carrot's descendants are. I guarantee you that they would be very poor because it's based on how much money you have, and Carrot is very poor. So, yeah, it wouldn't be great. We do need to try and make some money, though, because obviously we currently got $41. We got $40 by selling university welcome packs. And yeah, Sims are very loud. They're not very considerate. We also need to try and find a wife, which is also going to be important. So one of the rules is that we can't marry any Sim who is considered to be rich. So this Sim, for example, we can tell that she's probably rich because she's a celebrity. She's a 2-star celebrity. And this is her sister. I'm guessing she's not a celebrity herself, but Basically, if a sim is rich, we can't marry them because you know that'd be a bit too easy. But I mean, I guess we could marry this guy if you wanted to. He doesn't look like he's got any money. Meet a supernatural. Okay, that's an easy ambition to fulfill. So we're going to try and fulfill as many of these ambitions as we can and just try and start getting some basic things out of the way. We'll get a chance to like see some people walking in, or maybe we'll chat to some of them in a little bit and see if anyone's got any interests that line up with ours. And at this point, we want to buy a chemistry table. I don't know how much a chemistry table is, but I'm going to assume that we can't afford it. Can't even see it in this list of things here. Maybe in hobbies and skills, wouldn't it? No idea if there's a search function, you know. It doesn't matter anyway. There's no way in hell we can afford it. Shepherd, you say? Yeah. Where is it? Somewhere. Become friends with someone. That's an ambition that we'll do in a second. So we're currently sitting next to this woman here called Haley Shepherd. So maybe this person can become our first friend once we finish reading this book. Our logic is currently at great. We want to make sure that it's at top. So we want to make sure that we got 3 logic. And then pretty much the moment we do that, we guarantee that we get a promotion on our first day, provided that we're happy when we go to work. And, you know, we'll do that by doing the usual, like hanging around, looking to steal picnics from people, you know, using any facilities that we can use. Now we want to buy a telescope. He's got some ambitions, I'll tell you that. We're not going to steal. Okay, right. Well, okay, right. We won't take picnics either. We will pay for all of our food, unless we're dumpster diving. I also won't do the thing that we usually do, where we knock on people's houses and go inside their houses to sleep in their beds. Because again, it's another thing that is like very silly that you can do as like a way to like bolster your needs. So I think what she was just having a bit of toilet trouble there, but I think we're gonna just finish reading up this book. We'll get to level 3 in logic. Put the book down. Unfortunately, it's not a gender-neutral toilet, so we gotta use this side over here. So off we go. It can be irritating sometimes when you can't see what's on the door, so you have no idea whether which one, if or not your sim can go into it. So we'll go here. We will get something to eat, and I think we'll just do some cooking at home because that'll allow us to. Although we don't own a stove at the moment, so I'm not sure how we're gonna do that. We can just eat snacks from the fridge though, so we don't need to have a we don't need to have a stove right now. I don't think there are urinals in this game. There might be, possibly. I don't think that there are though. So we're going to brush our hands to get a little bit more hygiene, and we're going to brush our teeth for the same again. And then we'll have a look at sorting something to eat. So we could just go to a restaurant perhaps and spend some of our limited money, but I don't really want to do that. We're just going to go straight home. I think what we'll do is we're going to get rid of the wants to do this. We will keep the want to buy a stove, and we're not going to buy a logic book because buying any kind of book for learning skills is pointless. Unless it's like something that you can only do from reading a book. It's far better to like buy a telescope, for example, because you can get some fun out of using the telescope just in general. And yeah. So we go back to the subway, hail a cab, so that we can drive around the park. This is our commitment to hating the outdoors. We spend as little time outside as we possibly can. And that includes getting a taxi so that we can drive around the hated park. So yeah, you can see here that we can't have any of these foods because we can't cook anything. But what we can do is we can just eat, you know, like ice cream, for example. So let's just have some sad man canned soup from our outdoor outdoor fridge. Had to run inside to try and make sure we get as little rain in our soup as possible. So yeah, what do you think our neighbors think of, you know, the way that we live? Yeah, that fills us up nicely. So we're going to go to bed. Unfortunately, we don't have a shower, and I don't think we can afford one. I mean, let's see just how much a shower is. The cheapest shower is 425. So buying a shower is going to be is going to be the thing that we do at the end of our first day of work. And unfortunately, Sims, you know, we also can't even afford a sink. If we have enough time, what I'll do is I'll send him to the I'll send him to go and have a shower at the gym, and then he can do that. He's gonna wake up at 6 o'clock. Work starts at 9, although carpool arrives at 8, so he'll have 2 hours to go get a shower. Although he probably needs to eat as well. Although he'll eat at work, so not that we don't really need to worry too much about that. And yeah, quick meals are free. So yeah, we can just keep having quick meals forever. We do want him to cook because we would like him to get better at cooking because it's just nice to have. He can cook better foods, and you know, we can make some progress on him that way. But in the meantime, we're just gonna have a little sleep. "57 vehicles have been removed. 3 stereos have been switched off." So yeah, this neighborhood should also minimize some of the common issues that happen in the sim, with Sims getting lost in random places, which would be very good. I think when we wake up, we'll have some yogurt to start the day. He wants to visit the summer festival, which is interesting, considering that he hates going outside. But at the same time, we could just pop into the summer festival, fulfill that ambition, and then leave. You know, there's nothing saying we have to stay there. But yeah, let's have some morning yogurt. And then we're going to head off over to the local gym. And, you know, going to have a shower when he's there. Alright. The only other downside of living all the way out here is it takes us a while to get to town, especially when we insist on, you know, doing it this way. Yeah, we've got an hour to get to work. We're already in town, so hopefully you can just have a quick shower and we'll be good to go. And this is his work outfit for the day. This is what he wears when he goes to work. Wait, is he not wearing any shoes? Okay. I guess they didn't get when they were giving him his work uniform, they didn't give him any shoes. So he's currently just very slowly walking to work. And it's important that we get there as soon as we can because you know, that'll improve our performance. You know, it starts going up basically the moment that we're through the door. And it also depends on our mood, which isn't great. But I'm hoping that our logic will help to see us through. We can set this to work hard, which will increase that bar quite a bit faster, so I think we'll do that for a bit. Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't have any positive mood alerts, so he's basically just at, you know, a fair mood at the moment. But, you know, he might not get promoted today. It doesn't look like he's going to, but at the very, very least, we'll have some money, and we'll be able to fulfill some of his desires. So let's just business as usual for the rest of the day. When they start getting the strain trait, then you know, that's obviously going to impact. Well, his mood's poor because yeah, we'll just take it easy for the rest of the day. And then we'll go back to working hard. And go back to take it easy. We need to get him some good buffs so that, like, when he goes to... So, like, when he goes to work, for example, he'll have a mood buff saying, like... oh! As a junior member of the police force, you still have a great deal of things to learn. Your boss thinks you could start your education off right if you read How to Avoid Concrete Shoes. Doing so just might keep you out of the bottom of the lake, plus it'll make your boss happy and get you closer to that next promotion. We will accept. So they'll have given us a book to read. We just need to read that book, and then the next time that we go into work after having done that, we will be, well, we'll be hopefully promoted. Right, are we just going to go straight home? I think we are, because we're pretty knackered at the moment. We've got 231 simoleons for the first day of work. Still not enough to buy a stove. Still desperate to meet a supernatural sim. I don't know if there's a good way that we can find one other than just by going to the park and hoping. Yeah, that's a good reason to be barefoot, you know, to avoid the concrete shoes that might be out there, so that's a fair point I hadn't considered. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll clean up our... we can't clean... Okay, right. We can't clean up our spoiled canned soup because we currently do not have a sink. So I think the very first thing that we buy is going to be a sink. And again, this is the cheapest possible sink, so we'll just buy that one. So we've come home from a hard day at work. We should also put up our diploma. You know, so that we can see our diploma and we can think, you know, it was all worth it to enable this. To enable us to live like we currently do at the moment. So all of our hard work has paid off. We have an outdoor sink, we have a fridge, we have a bed, four walls, and a roof. Steaming hot spoiled soup. Yeah. So, again, we can't have anything proper for lunch, so we'll just have some, I don't know, let's have some ice cream. No, what we'll do is, brain freeze a la mode. I'm pretty sure that this one gives you a positive mood when we do it. So we'll eat this one. It's like some weird, like Halloween food that we can eat. So we'll just eat that, just because it'll make us feel even better than we currently do.
Oh. Mm.
Yeah. And now you can clean that up. I might have been wrong about the moodlet, but let's read the book afterwards. Reading the book will actually help us get rid of the strained trait because it's considered a fun activity, or at least it usually is. So yeah, you see it'll get his fun up, and then we complete this for his work where he wants to read the police book for work. So does this bad food make us sick or something? Your Sims can get sick, although it's never seriously sick. But if he is sick, then he will have a bad mood. The main thing is that if we have like plates of rotten food left on in the house, he'll feel disgusted, and that'll give him a negative mood, which will mean that, you know, he'll be unhappy when he's in a room filled with like rotting food. So that's the main reason, just to make sure that we're not in that situation. Our main priority at the moment is just to get promoted, just so we can get some starting cash. And then we can start doing some other things as well. He's going to have a day off in 1, 2, 3 days. So this red one with a circle here, that is a holiday day. So he'll have a day off then, and we'll be able to start maybe looking to find like some friends, for example. He wants to have a friend. You know, if we can become friends with his boss, Bianca Rubble, which is an excellent name, then that'd be a good start. But you know, he does want to become friends with someone. So yeah, we'll finish reading that book, and then we'll tell him to go to bed, and then we'll do the same routine all over again. Yeah, we can. So long as the boss isn't considered rich, then yes, we can. It's somewhat funny that as a millennial's got a game about neurotically ensuring the happiness of a designer family. I mean, The Sims is a game not about that. It's actually a game about messy drama. or at least that's how most people play it. So you have like you have people like breaking up like what happened in the last stream where Dark Young accused his fiance of cheating on him after he met her one day, and then all that kind of stuff. Like in The Sims 2, though, there are lots of stories that are like embedded in the game that kind of were about those sorts of things. And there are a few in this game as well, although they didn't really go as heavy into some of the story details as they did in The Sims. I think, if I remember correctly, that's the Alto household. That's one of the famous Sims households. Then is this the Goth residence? No, this is the Landgrab residence. There should be a Goth residence somewhere on here, which would be... It's the kind of thing that you only care about if you're, if you're deeply obsessed with this game. Yeah. Unfortunately, there are some Sims that come back, and there are some Sims that don't get the deserved representation in future games. There's only been 2 Sims games that feature Urangu McBain, for example, which is obviously a bit of an oversight. Sims 3 canonically is a prequel to The Sims 1. The canon storyline of The Sims, from Sims 1 to Sims 3, is that is Sims 3. That's canonically the first one. Then The Sims 2. Then The Sims 1. Then The Sims 2 in that order. And then when they released The Sims 4, after like embedding these kind of like weird little storylines into all these things, and like making these families and writing all these detailed descriptions about the Sims and the people who lived in it, they threw it all away in The Sims 4 and were just like, yeah, this is there isn't this doesn't follow any kind of storyline. It's just it's a multiverse thing, I guess, or it's like that was one of the things that annoyed a lot of people. Well, maybe not a lot of people, but it annoyed some people about there's one of the things that annoyed people about The Sims 4. The Sims is everything. It has mystery, murder, drama. There's the like if you who's the name? I don't remember the name of the Sim, but there's like in The Sims 2 you had like The Sims in Strangeville, which had all the weird, messed up stuff going on. Like there was one Sim who lived in a massive house by themselves, and had a bunch of dead delivery people graves in their house, like repairmen and stuff. And I think that Sim lives in this neighborhood somewhere. I can't remember her name. But she has an ambition, which is to see the ghost of her wealthy lover, which is an interesting ambition to have. But for us, in the Carrot Founderson canon, not much has happened in his life. He's mostly just lived in a nasty little hut on top of a beautiful hill, and gone to the library and eaten cereal. But things will change quickly. Buy a firecracker. We're not doing that. Congratulate Rich. Dear friends of strange. Okay, so someone we know has gotten married. We're not going to congratulate him. I have no intention of speaking to this person. Let's go and have some morning cereal. If we got a bit of time today, I think what we'll do is we'll try and start having some conversations with some other Sims. But I'm pretty sure when he goes into work today, he'll get promoted at the end of the day because he's completed the opportunity, which he got. So he should become a he should get that promotion, which would be good. Yeah, and then let's exit out of here and let's hop over to the gym. Start our day right by visiting the gym. Goose fat biscuits. Not goose fat. Every part of the goose except for the fat avenue. Remember, we save the fat in order to make soap. So we don't use any of the fats for the actual biscuits. No, don't go into the swimming pool. All right, let's stop him from doing that. These cheeky Sims. We don't want you. You're not here to have fun. You're here to go have a shower. Although having some fun before work wouldn't be a bad shout because it would get him a positive mood alert. He is going to have squeaky clean, which is a really good one. Just this puts okay, well he's got the cold shower one, which is a bad one. The quality of an object can impact which moodlets you get. So if you have like an expensive shower, then you're not going to have cold showers, you know, things like that. So that's always something to keep in mind when you're looking at which ones you buy. So I think what we'll do is, you know, we could go in the pool maybe. I'm trying to think if there's anything that's like nearby that you could do for fun to improve his mood. You know what? Why don't you have a morning swim? Why not? Let's go get a morning swim on. This might reduce your hygiene a little bit, but that's fine. He hates swim. He hates being outdoors, but he's fine because he'll soon be indoors at work, and he'll get the entertain mood alert. So why were you late? Why were you late to work today? I was having a swim. But it's fine. He's going to be happy for a little bit of work, which is all we wanted. Have your swim after your shower. We don't really mind which order he does it in, just so long as he's presentable enough when he gets to work. That's really the only thing that we care about. That's not his boss, that's his co-worker, Blair Wainwright. That's his partner, in fact. So I think he's going to get a massive boost from yeah, the opportunity here. So he's gotten that big boost from that. So if we just keep him on business as usual, he should get all the way to the top, and then he'll get his promotion. And we can then probably what we want to do is maybe chat with partners, because we'll need to be friends with our partner in order to improve the career track. That'll be a requirement for later promotions. So we're just going to chat with our partner, and then that'll slowly increase our relationship with the partner here, who is again somebody that we maybe will marry, who knows. We don't know anything about them yet. Could turn out they're a terrible person. Learn the social networking skill. You know what? It's such an easy skill to learn. I will do it. I'll learn how to social network. It's not one of the joke skills that they added to the game. Alright. And yeah, so that's given us a nice boost to our relationship there. Once he steps out the door, we'll see if he's gotten the promotion. Did he not get it? Ah, there we go. Congratulations. Carrot's impressive performance has earned him a promotion to desk jockey, as well as a bonus of 480 simoleons. Every case comes with a mountain of paperwork, and the sergeant will need some fresh coffee. Tend to the files and learn to wield a stapler as a desk jockey, and the lieutenant may see about getting you a position that feels a little more action. So he now makes 47 simoleons an hour, which is very good. And you can see here, we now need to become friends with our partner in order to continue getting promoted. So we'll need to make sure that we're in good relations with her. We've gotten some ambitions. We're going to try and fulfill some of these. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to buy a stove, which is one of the things I said I'd do before. I think there's a very, very cheap stove somewhere. This one. This is the cheapest stove that we can buy. He'll also need to have a counter in order to prepare stuff on. So we'll give him two count. No, we'll give him a single counter for now. We do want to buy a telescope, but I think it's slightly outside of our budget, so that's fine. But we want to learn her star sign because it's a very easy thing to do. And I think because we're so unhappy at the moment, we're going to start by doing some social media promotion stuff. So the social media skill is a skill that was added in social networking. It was a skill that was added in it was a skill that was added in The Sims University, and we can do things like send picture texts to, I don't know, Blair Wainwright. We can just take photos of randos and just send her those. But in order, that allows us to like, gain a skill in social networking, right? And there is some benefit to doing this eventually. So let's just, I don't know, let's just take more photos. Is there anything worth taking a photo of here? It doesn't actually matter what we take a photo of. Yeah, I'll take photos of some flying birds. And let's browse the web for a bit on our phone. And eventually you become really internet savvy and you can start a Twitch channel. I'm kidding about that last part. But yeah, we do want to learn her star sign, which is a very easy ambition to do. We just need to know where she lives so that we can knock on her house. Or we can invite her back to our place. I don't know where she lives. She's not actually my friend. She's currently an acquaintance, which... Oh, does she live up here? No, that's the McGraw household? But no, she does live here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go knock on... We're going to go visit these people, and we're just going to ask her what her star sign is. You don't think that we can... You don't think we should... Yeah. Okay, stop reading that book. Like, let's just go to her house, alright? You've already read that book. Oh, she left her house. Okay, so we were about to go to her house, but the moment we clicked on it, she left. So we can now no longer visit her. So unless we run into her, we could invite her somewhere though. That'd be the other way around. Let's visit the library and invite her to the library so we can get to know her. This is the work uniform that we're in. We don't need to put on any shoes. So off we go to the library. Invite out. We do want to try and get as many points as we can by just fulfilling... Sure, that sounds like fun. Let's meet there. So we've agreed to meet her at the library, which we will do. Because remember, we want to become friends with somebody, and becoming friends with her would help our work performance. So it's a good start. So let's just wait until she shows up. There's Susan Wainwright, who is and Boyd Wainwright. I don't see Bianca Wainwright. Is her name Bianca? What is her name? It's Blair Wainwright. Bianca was somebody else. Agnes Crumplebottom. So, how does this play before Sims 1 and feature internet on phones? So you've got to ignore everything like that in order to get the timeline. It's more about which Sims exist in which neighborhoods and what ages they are at in those neighborhoods. So Agnes Crumplebottom, this Sim over here, she is a very, very old woman in The Sims 2. In this one, she is a young adult, the same age as we are. And I think Blair has arrived to the library where we've summoned her to. In order for us to get to know her a bit better. So, we don't really need to talk to her for very long, we just need to become her friend. We need to find out a bit about her. Let's first of all, right, so it's in romantic, but we're going to ask her what her sign is, we're going to ask her if she's single, and then we're just going to try and get to know her. We're not actually going to romance her or anything like that, it's just that's where those options are. And, why not? Let's also announce our promotion and try and brighten her day. Tell a friend how cool I am. Okay, so she's a hopeless romantic. That's a good start. He hasn't got a partner. Oh, she's a Virgo. Virgo? Virgo? Yeah. What's the little romance between partners? Yeah.
Nushalaga.
Torby Gretz. Asti Pohamdawal Avdalo.
Henzi Chiblu Noah.
Now we'll tell her how we've been promoted so that she knows. Our stats are really bad at the moment. We should not spend too much time with this woman. We only wanted to know what her star sign was, really. Let's try and brighten her day anyway. Let's salute her, I guess. We're both cops.
Nishna.
Wait, did that actually improve our relationship? Can we just keep saluting her? Oh, that's such a fast interaction. I didn't realize that saluting people was so quick. We could do that really quickly. Hold on. I've never tried this before. Is this like a really quick way of becoming friends with someone? By just saluting them over and over again? Because that does give us a relationship boost when we do it. Yes, it worked! Okay. Okay, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to remember that because that's a really efficient way to become friends with somebody. That is incredibly efficient because, like, it doesn't take any time. Like, the main problem with trying to become friends with someone is it takes time for the animations to play. But saluting is just really quick. So, like, we could probably salute her all the way into becoming our wife if we wanted to. This is stolen valor.
Nagash?
We just met this woman at work, and we're saying to her, "Yeah, by the way, I served in the Green Beret. I was an SES Navy SEAL. I served in every single branch of the military that you can conceive of." Did I ever tell you about that time that I was part of the Janissary Guard of the Ottoman Empire? Yeah. I've served in every single branch of every single military, all of them. But yeah, he's very not happy at the moment, so we're just going to go inside. But at least we made a friend. Okay, he's not going to have time to cook anything. We're just going to tell him to cook some eat some fast food. Oh wait, our group outing didn't end. She hasn't followed me here, has she? No. Okay, let's just have the cereal. Quick, go have the cereal. Let's see if we can... yeah, let's quickly disband the group. There we go. You sure know how to have a good time. Call me anytime for fun or whatever you concoct. The group outing was fantastic. No, epic is the word. Wait, that's not the way to describe it either. Legendary is the only way to describe it. I just don't want to. I don't want her following me home in case she sees this and what she might be, what she might be getting herself into. The main plan at the moment is just to work our way through the career until we got a steady base of money, basically, in order to buy the basics that we need for our house. Then at that point, once we don't need to spend as much time at work, we can start doing things like painting paintings. Paintings are a very quick way to make money. If he gets good at painting, then that'll be one way that we can make some money. And there are some other methods that we can do as well. But the very first thing that we need to do is just get some early promotions, and get some money. This is Leisure Day. It's one of the fake holidays that is included in this game. Basically, there are the different seasons, and each season has a day off work. So Tuesday is a day off work, so we'll have that day to try and get some stuff done. which is kind of why I want to try and get, you know, promoted as much as possible before we hit that day. Because then that'll be our day for, like, I don't know, finding some nice women to salute at, for example. Or just, you know, doing that kind of stuff. Oh, we never gained the social media skill. We should do that when we wake up in the morning. Just, we can't afford a shuffleboard table. We do need to buy a telescope because we need to improve our logic. And buying a telescope would allow us to improve our logic. The books from the library, they max out at level 3 in the skill. So you can't just stay at the library and read that book until you're level 10. It maxes out at level 3. Funnily enough, Jake, it is absurdly uncomfortable. It is the most uncomfortable bed that you can afford. It does have to be outside, but he can get over being outside, because when he's on the lot, he has the beautiful vista trait from being outside here. So it basically balances out. There are other ways of getting logic, like we could buy a chess table, for example. It's just that because he's got the desire to have a telescope, I may as well buy a telescope and do both of those, because it's just a little bit more lifetime happiness, which we want. We want it so that we can start buying perks for him. You know, there are some perks in here that are really good, like what's it? Steel bladder. You get this one. He never needs to go to the toilet ever again. Which is a very interesting trait. But then there's like fertility treatment, so he's more likely to have twins and stuff like that. What is he planning to look at with the telescope? I don't know, but one way you can make money in this game is by discovering stars. So, if you have enough logic skill, you can actually discover celestial discoveries, and you get money for each one that you discover. I find the lower level boosts are never really worth it, while the higher level ones are amazing. Yeah, it can be a little bit like that. A good example is probably like decorations. It takes a lot of decorations to get to like the first level of decorated. But having a decorated house does a lot to like improve the you know, the quality of the house and you know, his mood whilst he's in it. So we will want to buy some decorations eventually, but at this point we can't afford enough decorations to even get like the level 1 trait. I don't know, maybe we could. Let's have a look and see what decorations we can get. He's not spending enough time here anyway to justify it, but there are some very cheap decorations, I just remembered. This one doesn't even have any, like, yeah, this improves his environment by 1. The pool rules sign. There's some other hideous ones here. Yeah, an outdoor toilet roll. But yeah. The main expense really, I think, is building walls. It's very expensive to do that. Like eventually this room, we're probably gonna just keep adding things onto the rooms that we've already got. So one day I think this will probably just be a bathroom. You know, we'll move everything out and this will be a small bathroom. So the next goal will be to build a room that's like stretched out from here. But you see what a difference it makes not being able to steal stuff? Because if we could steal stuff, then we would already have a house that's far bigger than this is. We wouldn't have a job, we would just be stealing things. And then we would go become an international forensics expert. I don't think today's going to be an excellent day at work for him, but we'll try and do the best that we can. Let's just have another quick meal of yogurt. I don't think he's going to have time to go get a shower. So I think today will probably be the day when we look at buying a shower once he's finished work, so that we don't have to go to the gym in order to have a shower. Because by the time we get down to the gym, it'll be time for him to go to work, so there's not much point in us doing that. We don't even have a toilet. Can we afford a toilet? Yes, we can. Alright. let's go and use our outdoor toilet. I put it on this side of the house so that we can get as much privacy as possible. You know, and so that we can look at our incredible vista whilst we're sitting down. There's only a decent exposure if you get noticed, which we're not going to. What's dirty outside? I mean, is it just having this outside that's considered dirty? Oh, it's all the rotten newspapers. Yeah, go and recycle. We should probably just tell them to stop delivering newspapers, honestly. So yeah, today's probably not going to be a great day at work. So we'll probably just take it easy for most of the day, because he's not in a good mood anyway. So we just want to try and get him into the best mood that we can. Oh, our first bill has arrived, $7. Let's make sure that we pay that. We want to meet someone new, which is very easy to do. One, in fact, if we heckle this guy. Oh no, okay, that didn't count as meeting somebody. Let's just go and work. I was hoping that would count as meeting somebody if we just heckled that random man. Yeah, the car ran over a cyclist. You know, they don't really exist. We want to take it easy because that'll improve his mood and that'll actually improve his work performance more than working as normal, because it'll give him the entertain thing. And you can see here we've got a little sliver of performance there. So I think today, we're not going to group up with Blair today. We're going to come outside. We're going to learn the social networking skill by sending her some more photos of geese. And then once we've done that, we will buy a telescope. We'll also make sure to hit the gym so we can have a shower if we can't afford to buy a shower after today. We could look around outside, maybe see if we can find any rocks that we could sell. That could be a way to get some quick money. We could visit the beach, for example. I don't know what these two Sims are doing. Oh, they're going outdoor swimming, okay. Yeah, see over here, there's the diving zones where you can actually go and dive under the water, for example. So that is something that we can do if we ever decide that we want to do that. I'm not sure whether that counts as being outside. I'm going to guess it does. Let's okay, so we can do business as usual now, and get some more job performance that way. Or we could actually probably do work hard for a bit. So let's work hard for a bit. We don't need to improve our relationship with our partner anymore. We're currently friends already, so let's just work hard for a bit and try and eke out as much work performance as we can. Workday ends at 3 o'clock. They're just sim letters, I guess. We'll go to bat to take it easy. Go back to work hard. We currently stink. He wants to buy a washing machine and a dryer, and he wants to buy a bathtub. We might be able to buy the bathtub, we're hoping. So we'll keep the bathtub ambition. I mean, we don't really want a bathtub, we want a shower, but I'll buy a bathtub if it gets me a tiny little bit more lifetime reward points. Okay, 282 ducats today. Okay, we want to meet somebody, and we want to do our social texting skills. So let's just do some quick texts. We'll send a picture text to our boss. So Bianca Rubble is our boss. I don't know what we'll take a photo of. Take photo of this rando. I don't think it makes any difference what you take photo of. Texting. We could actually just send like friendly texts. Yeah, this is a new playthrough. This is the start of a new legacy. We're finally back to it after all this time. All right, let's send another text message. We'll send another picture text because those seem to give us the most points. We'll send one to Bianca Rubble. We'll be like, hey, look at this person here. That must be like a horrific. I wonder if those photos are saved anyway. I kind of want to have a look at them. Camera, photos, view photos. No, they're not saved. Okay. Oh, but that was ages and ages ago. That was ages ago. I mean, we couldn't just continue with one from that long ago. We wanted to do something new, I think. But yeah, so we've now gained the social media skill, and what we can do with this is we can actually start a blog, and this will be a way that we can get a very tiny amount of money. It's like literally nothing at all, but it takes barely any time for us to use the blog app, as it's called. So let's make a new blog post. I don't know. I've been taking photos of my co-workers without their permission. For my boss. I'm taking photos of my coworkers for my boss. Okay, that's the name of my blog. Then we just press the new post button. I will not stop until I get promoted. Post the blog. We gained 7 followers. And through that we can possibly get money off of them at some point. You know, just like it's like Twitch. You know, it's the exact same thing, except far more threatening and ominous. Although Twitch can be pretty ominous at times. So we're gonna go have our traditional gym shower, and then we're gonna try and meet somebody new. There's this guy here who's swimming it all in. We can meet one of these Sims here. Our founding Sim is called Carrot Founderson. He was going to be named Carrot Iron Founderson, but that name was too long. He's currently a desk jockey. His ambition is to become a forensic specialist, dynamic DNA profiler. And he is, doing that by working through the law enforcement track. In terms of his traits, he's brave, he hates the outdoors, he's good, handy, and friendly. So he's a bit of a different Sim than Dissident was, if I remember correctly. There's a lot of Sims here. Fiona McIrish. Okay, so who are we going to talk to? Let's go talk to this woman here. She looks like somebody who enjoys a good salute. So we'll go and we'll try that on and see if it works in this instance. One of the stipulations is that I've basically said that we're not going to be using thievery, just because it's far too easy as a way for us to get money. I'm probably gonna eat some of this delicious picnic that she's put out here. I know I said that I wouldn't, but considering that we can get food for free anyway, I don't really feel that it's that bad for us to be taking random people's picnics. And also, we now know this woman, so it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna ask her sign, because again, more lifetime happiness. Oh, okay, so she's got a compatible sign, which is really good. So let's get to know her. Let's brighten her day. The reason I do these ones is because this gives us a chance to learn one of her traits. And then if we brighten her day, if she's got like a trait like evil or something, she'll react badly to it. But it means that we now know that she's evil. So it's always worth trying those sorts of interactions. So you know, trying these special ones is always good to know. And because we're friendly as well, we're also quite good at getting to know people, which is, you know, not surprising. We can even ask her about her career. We can just find this kind of basic information out about her. So like, we know that she's charismatic. We'll ask her about her career. And then... Oh, it's not in friendly, is it? It's just in... Oh no, I thought it was in friendly. Okay. And now we're going to salute her a bunch, as we did before. Salute, 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 salute. Okay, that's as many times as we can salute her in a single go. I don't know what shake bra is. I'm kind of worried about attempting it, just in case it's something awful. So she currently works in the military, so we'll just salute her a bunch. And this is like the quickest way that I have found to make somebody my friend, is by repeatedly saluting them over and over again. So we can just make these random people our friends. Oh no, the picnic vanished. Okay, that's fine. There's another picnic on this side. Alright, let's So yeah, we've made a new friend, Fiona McIrish. Come on, eat the hamburger. You just stole it off someone. Don't just leave it there. Okay, stole. I didn't steal it. Saluting random Americans is a great way to make friends. Why are there so many Sims in this pool? I'm guessing this is the mod at work here. Because one of the things the mod does is it makes Sims go to random lots, which is nice, because like, if you don't have the mod installed, then what you often find is that Sims will not actually ever visit anywhere, so you'll be wandering through like an empty dystopia. Like, I remember one time I played it before I had the mod on, and I was like going to a nightclub, and the only person there was like an old woman. But it does also result in funny things, like, you know, you go to the nightclub and there's like 2 children doing their homework there just because the game doesn't really think about where it's going to send people. I saluted a woman at the gym until she agreed to be my friend. This was my condition. Yeah, okay, we'll just go with that. Oh, we got 35 followers from that one, so hopefully we can start monetizing our blog content soon. So, you know, we'll keep that in mind. But I think it's time for us to go to bed again. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do. We could go and have a swim with all of these people. Wait. Oh no, okay, I thought maybe they were drowning or something. I think they're just snorkeling, or doing something. Okay, yeah, they're just holding their breath. Okay, they're not drowning. Oh, and we automatically got on the pool with them. Let's get out because we really do need to go to bed. Like and subscribe for more salutes. Yeah, and if you've been enjoying this stream, make sure to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Okay. Yeah, the social media. It's like I'm gonna say something nice about The Sims 4 now, which is perhaps surprising, but I'm gonna do it anyway. In The Sims 4, there's like 2 different kinds of skills basically. There's like actual skills, like the standard creativity ones and stuff like that. And then there are kind of like more minor skills. So in The Sims 3, every skill goes from 1 to 10. So you can be in like level 10 in texting people basically, because texting people is a skill. Social networking is a skill. It goes all the way to level 10. In The Sims in The Sims 4, not all skills go all the way up to level 10, which means that you can have these skills, which are more kind of like minor skills, but they don't all need to be as like over the top as like, you know, a normal skill is, which I think is quite a nice thing. I quite like that conceptually. So I'm trying to think of examples off the top of my head. I know that crochet is a skill in The Sims 4, for example, and you could be like level 5 in crochet, and that's like the max skill, but it's not like a full. It's not the same as like creative, which is a full 1 to 10 sort of skill. So that's one of the nice things that I'll say about the about that game. Okay, so we've got 537 ducats. Is there any acquisition that we can afford at this point? We did talk about buying a telescope. So let's have a quick check and see if we can afford it. I don't think we can. I think the cheapest telescope is 600 ducats, unfortunately. So we can't do that. Yes, it's very high quality housing. I mean, look at this beautiful lot that it's situated on. You know, all this empty space. You know, before I started the stream, I had to bulldoze the house that was already here and replace it with this one. So, you know, I think what we want to do is, so my next step will be to like, I'm not going to do this now, but it'd be to extend this out and make a new room that's like 5 by 5. And then that'll be, and then this will become a toilet. This will become like a bathroom. So we'll move like this, and then we'll have like a shower, for example. In fact, maybe we can afford to buy the shower now. Yes. Life goals. Buying a shower. Not only can we buy a shower, this is the exact same shower that they have at the gym, I'm pretty sure. So it's not like it's not an upgrade or anything, but yeah. So we can start getting some of these. Most of these at this level are just kind of pointless. Like change of taste, yeah. Let's change our Sims favorites. Eye candy, no. The amount of time it takes you to take the shower is just a function of how long it takes to increase the hygiene meter. So if you get a higher quality shower, you spend less time in the shower. Like this one here is a Tardisian all-in-one bathroom, which is one of the future content showers. And this one here, which is like a horrifying concept. And what the hell? This is actually just an outhouse, which is also a shower and a bath. Or like this one here, like the Pythagoras corner bathtub. Although because that's a bathtub, it would take longer because it's a bathtub. But still, like this is hygiene 8 compared to hygiene, I think hygiene. Well, it's hygiene 7, so it's not actually that much of an improvement. So yeah, forgive me. I'm basically saying silly things. Yeah, the difference between them is marginal at best. We could get him a bike. Which might be another thing to consider. Oh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wake up and I'm going to say services, call for services. I want him to cancel newspapers. He's not reading them and they're just littering. He's dreaming about the police. He's dreaming about arresting somebody. Yeah, we desperately need to get some walls in this place. I think maybe more so than the telescope, getting some walls will be the next thing. But we will get promotions tomorrow. I'm pretty confident of that. So the promotion will go a long way to... when a sim gets a promotion, he gets like a bonus amount of money on top of the money. So... Oh, today's the day off. Okay, so yeah, never mind. We get the promotion another day. Today is the day off that I discussed before. So he's got a day off work. The concept of like an essential worker is, I guess, alien to Sims. But it does give you the opportunity to complete some, like... He wants to throw a pool party. I'm not sure where the pool is, but I guess we could throw one. I'm not really sure that I want to, though. I think what we'll do is, we will... Yeah, and let's start by calling for services, which is I just cancelled by accident. We're going to try and get 50 blog followers so that I can clear this ambition out. Maybe we can get some donations from our fans.
Over.
Yeah. I'm just cancelling that. I don't want any more newspapers delivered. Social networking. Logger.
Is a holla bala.
I live in a tiny little shack and no one respects me, but one day I'll show them all. And that gained us 10 more followers, which I guess was enough to get us over, even though I thought we only had 35. Unless we gained some passive followers, which I didn't think you could do. But yeah, you see these purple ones? These are like these are ones that only exist for a day. They only exist for the like leisure day. Because if we go to the park when it's open, which it isn't, then we'll be able to see that. I think we can start doing some actual cooking as well. So today, for the very first time, we're actually going to make some waffles and try and start gaining the cooking skill. It's going to cost us a little bit of money. I lived in a tiny home for a week. Here's what happened. That is such a clickbait YouTube sort of title. Now he wants to have 100. Okay, you know what? That's just unrealistic. He wants to have 150 blog followers now. I'm not going to indulge him any further. The social networking can stop. Okay, let's quickly answer the phone. It is Fiona calling us. Let's just talk to her for a bit. Alright, now we're going to hang up. Because we can talk to her for a little bit. Oh, that's what I was worried about, was the fire starting. I was hoping that we didn't spend too much time on the phone. So typical. But it's fine. Let's try again. Because he's brave, which is one of his traits, he will automatically attempt to put out fires, which worked in our favor this time. But hey, we almost got the cooking skill. You know, we're halfway there, and now he wants to buy a smoke detector, which I'm not going to do, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. So yeah, we're going to do attempt 2. Hopefully, we don't receive any more phone calls from any military women. Excellent. Okay. Paris is ready to jump into the frying pan. And we've made ourselves some delicious, normal quality waffles. So you can see here, we know 19% of all recipes. There's loads of recipes for us to learn. Alright, so once he's finished having his waffles, we'll then send him to go to the outdoor toilet, and then we'll send him to the Summerhill Spring Festival. Even though he's going to hate it, because he hates going outdoors, we still want to fulfill some of these ambitions and just get these free lifetime ambitions just for doing junk, you know. And he can meet some people, interact with them. He's not getting paid today anyway, so... Take a greeting card picture. Does that cost us any money? No, it doesn't. Okay, we will do this. We're going to do all the activities that don't cost us any money. Play with the family fun water arena. Excellent. I think if we look in his inventory, yeah. Carrot stay at the festival. So he wants to go and do some water balloons, which is it's usually in the corner somewhere. I don't see it anywhere. Oh, maybe it's at the. So there are multiple parks in this neighborhood, so it might be that it's at the other park. But that's fine. I'm gonna let him participate in the hot dog eating contest, even though he's already eaten. Oh, hey. No. No. There's some watermelons over here. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that he can gather. Because sometimes you might find seeds and things on the ground. No. Or like rocks and things that are worth money. Because he's not, he's not going to get any money today. So we should just try and pick some flowers and maybe sell them on the international flower market. Interesting place for a subway. I mean, that's how he's been getting to work. Remember, he gets the taxi to the subway. We're not stealing from the park. We're just picking flowers. See, just wild flowers. You're allowed to pick wild flowers and sell them for money. They're not worth. Oh, okay. I was gonna say they're not worth very much, but this one's worth 400 simoleons. This one's worth 600. This one's worth 5, and the other one's worth 5. Okay. Okay, well, that is interesting. So that's 1,000 simoleons, which I guess makes up for the fact that we don't have work today, and we were going to rely on that to do that. So yeah, this is what I mean about this game being, like, a bit funny when it comes to when it comes to getting money. It's not tricky to do. Let's just invite all these randos to go and play water balloons, because that's one of his ambitions at the moment. Oh, he also wants to pick wildflowers. He's got the ambition to do that. We'll let him, because that'll be an easy one for him to fulfill. I mean, we don't have to sell them. We could keep them. Well, I think we should sell them. If we can find some more, that'd be grand. Who's this guy? Collect festival tickets. Does he gain festival tickets from doing this? I don't think so. Alright, well, we've done all of those things. Let's have a look and see if we can find some more wildflowers, just to dot it around whilst he's having some holiday fun. This looks like a good spot for it. Oh, no, this is someone's house, actually, so maybe it's not such a good spot for it. Not exactly wild if it's somebody's house. Like, yeah, there's a whole thing in this game. You can find, like, collectibles. Some of them can be quite valuable. But it is a bit hit and miss. Like over here, there'll be a plant that's growing here that eventually we can pick. But still, I wasn't really expecting like 1,000 simoleons. I'm just picking plants. But again, we not got work. We need to get on that grind. We need to do it, and if we can do it by picking wildflowers, I guess, then sure. Oh yeah, Stonehenge is featured here for whatever reason. But there are also some wildflowers here, so we could tell them to come all the way up here to grab these flowers. In fact, we'll do that. Quite out of the way. Let's go to the graveyard afterwards and see if there are any flowers here. I want herbs too to be Brummy. There already is. I mentioned this last time I streamed The Sims. There already is a Britain expansion to the DLC for The Sims, except it's not very good, as you would expect. I'm just looking. I don't see any flowers that we can pick in here. They tend to be in these kind of lots, right? Like these random sort of lots. I can actually see like a shiny rock for him to pick up. Picking wildflowers from graves. You're not allowed to take the ones from the actual graves, you know. Let's just watch him walk there. Maybe we'll spot one on the path up to Stonehenge. This is like a nightmare for him, what we're making him do at the moment. He hates being outside. This is so outside of... Look at his face. This is so outside of his comfort zone. But you have to make sacrifices if you want to be the best. Alright, so we just march up the hill. I don't see any flowers anywhere. They don't tend to be like in the middle of nowhere. Oh, we do get paid for personal time off. I didn't remember that. But I guess we do get PTO as well. So we're gonna have a decent amount of money after today. And is that another flower? Oh no, that's just a bird. Okay, here's one of the weirdest additions to this game. No, don't go collect the rock from the graveyard. I want to go and befriend the bird.
Oogara. Oogara. Damana.
Yep, that's right. Collectible birds. We've gotten ourselves a collectible parrot. We can give it a name. We can play with it. It's just in our inventory now. Until it's not. Eventually it'll escape. But, you know, or we can put a thing for it at home. You know, just, you see a parrot, just pick it up. Take it with you. It's worth 30 quid. So we could sell it again. I don't know who we're selling it to. But that is this game for you. There is loads of very... They added a bunch of collectibles. Some of them are more realistic than others. You know? Sometimes you see a parrot, you decide, yeah, I'm going to pick that up. And there's these two people making out over here, by the looks of things. Don't mind me, I'm just here to pick up some wildflowers. I think there is actually an abandoned mine, come to think of it. I think there is actually an abandoned mine on this map somewhere. Yes, it's over here. And there is a wildflower here, and there are a bunch of gems and rocks for us to pick up. I don't think we'll... I think we'll probably... You know what? I'm gonna say that any gems or precious minerals that we keep hold of, we're gonna keep hold of them. We're not gonna sell any precious minerals. We're gonna collect them because obviously, as a dwarf, those sorts of things are very important to us. But now he wants to buy a birdcage. I don't think we're gonna buy a birdcage. I think we're just gonna sell the parrot straight up for money because we need money. Yeah, it takes him a while to get there because obviously it's nowhere, in the middle of nowhere. One of the most lucrative things that you can do in The Sims, like a really easy way to make money later on, is if you have a sim who is a martial artist. Because if you get to level 10 in the martial arts skill, you can meditate and eventually learn how to teleport. So there's also an item in the rewards tracker here, which I think is called the Collector. It's a very expensive one. But it's on here. Yeah, collection helper, this one here. So what the collection helper does is you use it and it just highlights everywhere where there is any particular kind of collectible. And then with your teleporting sim, you can just have him teleport to every single collectible on the map, pick them up, bring them home, and now you're suddenly worth like 1,000,000 simoleons. This game, you know, it's not like The Sims 1 where there is some difficulty to making money because the only realistic way to make money in that game is through going to work. In this game, you can do things like this. I think maybe if we ever did a what does he want to do? He wants to pick 10 wildflowers. No, I'm not going to pick 10. Skinny dip in a pool, that is a possibility. I don't want to bother with the festival ticket. Right, pick up all these valuable rocks, and then we've had a productive day of going outside. We found iron. Found more iron. Even more iron. Unfortunately, you can't go into here. We found some silver. I just spotted a rock down behind that tree, which you can't reach. It's stuck behind that tree, so I guess we will not get that rock. Let's go home. Well, as a as a Midlands enjoyer, I feel slighted, you know, that you said this about Birmingham, but I also can't deny it. It's true, but at the same time, you can't say it. You know, you shouldn't say it, even though it is true. So there's a Simpsons quote like that. Yeah, Marge saying that. Okay, right. So let's see. Let's review our progress for the day. We're gonna sell the Indian blanket. We're gonna sell the Cosmos. We're gonna sell these 2 daisies. We're gonna sell the Black-Eyed Susan. And we're gonna sell this one as well. And just like that, we've got 1,400 simoleons to play around with. So it's time for us to expand our tiny little house. Into something a little bit more tasteful. Oh, let's not forget. Here's the rub. Do we buy the telescope or do we expand the house? I think we expand the house. I think we make the house bigger first and then we buy the telescope. So I'm thinking that it's slightly too big. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we can get some more floor. We'll get the cheapest possible wallpaper, although we will take one that does cost some amount of money. We're not going to spend nothing on it because I think it's a bit cheap to do that. So we'll bet the cheapest possible wallpaper, which is our beloved blue. Brass Birmingham is a very, very good game. Quit your job, collect flowers, it's more lucrative. I mean, it is to an extent, but the spawners take time to recharge. So those spawners will take, like, I think it's like about a week to recharge. So we can't, and you know, it takes a very long time for them to move around the map, and also it's not very exciting. His ambition is to become an international spy, so we need to make progress on that. And if we make money at the same time, then that's obviously really worthwhile. Let's not put the high school diploma in the bathroom. Look at it. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous. But we do need one more thing, which is just a light in our room. There we go. Home sweet home. We have a sink. We have a bathroom sink. We don't need a bathroom sink and a kitchen sink. I mean, that would be extravagant. Let's eat some leftover waffles whilst they're still not disgusting. We're happy because he's happy because he's got new stuff as well. As if a 2K New York City apartment would be this spacious. I keep forgetting he's got a shower now and everything, so we can actually take a shower before he goes to bed. Yeah, no, I do play board games. I have some favorites, and there are some that are like games that, like, I considered it before. Maybe it'd be fun to like stream some board games sometime, but the kind of board games that I like, some of them are a bit OTT, a bit like I don't know. So maybe I would stream some at some point, but again, it kind of like it depends on who I could get to play them with me and that kind of stuff. But I do like them. Oh, is he asked a bunch of people this? A bit German? Not really German board games. Not necessarily Euro games, if that's what you mean. But yeah, I like to play them with friends. I have a few that I own, so from where I'm sitting, I can see I've got Root. That's a good board game. That's fun if you like that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the subscription. My fishing level is 0. We haven't done any fishing. So where I'm sitting, I can see I've got Root. I've got a board game called Pax Pamir, if you've ever heard of that one. Eldritch Horror. I mean, Eldritch Horror is kind of like the one. Brass Birmingham, which we talked about. I mean, I've Settlers of Catan, but I think I just have it because everyone has it. You know, you got to have a copy of it. Pandemic, and then there's Pandemic Rising Tide, Mansions of Madness, and Oath, which is the other one, which is by the same people who made Roots. But I've not played that one yet, or at least I've not played the physical edition of it. So those are some of the board. Those are the kind of board games that I like. Yeah, that's that enough about board games. Congratulate Zelda. I'm not sure what we'd be congratulating her for, but that's fine. We won't do that. Perhaps I can lead a brass game night. I mean, have you? Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. It remains to be seen. I've heard of it and I don't know anything about it. And anyway, so 6 o'clock in the morning, we're going to go off to work. We're going to get our final promotion of the day. Which is just taking us a little bit of time to do that. And I think we'll wake up a little bit early so that we have time to cook some pancakes today. Now that we've gone up a level in our cooking, we can cook pancakes, which are slightly cheaper than waffles, which makes them the ideal food for the morning. We are also in a very foul mood because we haven't had anything to eat. So yeah, let's quickly remedy that. Don't know why you need to be level 2 to make pancakes. That's such a weird one. Or level 1 to make pancakes even. Improve our cooking skill. Let's just slot that in. We'll put that on there. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and what this man needs is a telescope. That is his most pressing need. Now that all of his other needs have been addressed, like his need to have an indoor toilet, and his need to have a functioning shower. So we'll do that. Let's just quickly try and get some cleaning done. Okay, well, he's broken the toilet. But that, he is a handy sim, which means that when he gets back, he can quite easily fix it. So I'm just going to quickly clean the stove. And we're going to carpool to work today. So yeah, the nice thing is that because we stayed at home today, we can actually just carpool to work. Characters receive 15 simoleons from Melvin Nelson to support the I am taking photos of my co-workers for my boss blog. So this is why blogs are good, you know, you just occasionally get random bits of money from people who want to support your writing. Just like random donations and things, like, it's never very much money though. I think if you get your social networking skill up high enough, you can get people like sending you like barbecues in the mail and things like that, which is ridiculous, but you know, you can do that. That is an option. So I'm going to take it easy to start because I want him to improve his mood. He is still getting his performance increased just because his mood is getting better, and he should have enough. He should be able to get enough in order to get the promotion today. And then he will be level 3 in his job. He'll go from desk jockey to, well, we'll find out. I'm not quite sure what it is. I can't remember. So I think he stopped. Is that stopped increasing that? Yeah, let's just go to business as usual for a bit. And that should get us the last little bit that we need in order to get the promotion in the bag. And I guess the last thing we'll do is we'll just chat with our partner. Just so that we can get some more friendship time with Blair Wainwright. Oh, we want to become best friends with her. We already are best friends with her, so I don't know if that'll tick through. Maybe once we leave work, it'll figure out that we've become best friends with her. Oh, we're good friends with her. We're not best friends. which is ridiculous. This stream is sponsored by some American pizza oven company, Pizza Oven. Now you can start a fire in your backyard. You know, I'm still waiting for that sponsorship opportunity, woman. Unfortunately, it hasn't arrived yet. Let's see. We have now been promoted to Traffic Cop, which gives him a certification to be a pro in apprehending burglars. So now that we're Traffic Cop, we get 564 simoleons. And we've also got some more ambitions that we can resolve. We're going to buy the telescope, so we can buy that and slot this one in. But we now make 55 simoleons an hour. We still work the same hours as well, so our hours haven't decreased, but we are making more money. So, you know, that's a really good promotion for us to get. I don't know what it meant by that, because normally you don't get 2 pop-ups like that. I think it means that if a burglar appears on your sim lot, then you can apprehend them, which I guess is a thing. Alright, let's go. We're going to get our metal smelted. You know, that's obviously very important for us. But we're also going to buy ourselves a telescope. And we can put it near our house. We can put it all the way over here. But you know what? We'll put it next to our house. So we got on the telescope, which means that he's feeling good about himself. We'll make sure to reach level 5 of the law enforcement. And I think if we change outfits into our career outfit, there we go, look at that. Here's a letter from Carrot, for Carrot from Fiona McIrish. It says, I've been dreaming of you and me getting together. Will you make my dreams come true? Okay, well, Fiona McIrish wants to get to know our sim a little bit better. And we do not have work for 2 days and 17 hours. So we are going to have to figure out a way to occupy our time without going to work. But maybe Fiona is the one. Maybe Fiona is going to be the one that we hook up with. Remains to be seen. He wants to go inside. I mean, this is one of the nice things about having traits like this, is that you get very easy to fulfill wants, you know, like, oh, I want to go inside because I hate being outside. Okay, well, we go inside and ta-da! We resolved that. Oh, we need to pay our bills. Our bills have gone up to a ridiculous 16 simoleons. Which is an absurd amount of money, like cost of living getting out of hand here. You know, how anybody can afford to live like this, I do not know. Let's go pay our taxes. And he wants to use the new telescope that he bought, so we'll let him do that before he goes to bed. 55 bucks an hour. Yeah. Okay, so you see here, we can do the search galaxy option. It's an ice cream van. Do the search galaxy option. And this should give us a chance to find celestial objects, which is, I guess it's like worth doing. I don't know if he needs to have a higher logic skill in order to do that, but we need to get him promoted up, because in terms of his logic, because his logic is pretty low at the moment. Yes, you know, Sims physics is a little bit different than conventional physics. No, don't worry. We strategically placed the telescope in between the trees, right? So there's a tree on either side, which means that you can look between them. Or, well, actually, never mind. He's moving it around. He's swiveling it around. You know, if we can afford it, we could always build on top of here. How much would it cost us to replace our ugly wallpaper with something that actually resembles, like, wallpaper that somebody might theoretically use? Like, it just looks so hideous, like this horrible wallpaper. How much would it cost? It would be within our budget. I am so tempted to do this right now. That's also terrible. That's also terrible. That's also terrible. But I mean, it's still terrible, but maybe somebody would have that. You know, I'm not going to do it right now, but I mean, I am tempted to do it. It might be a while before we find any valuable wildflowers again, so, you know, keep that in mind. Ah! Okay. Anybody got any suggestions for names? We just discovered a new comet. We're gonna get 381 simoleons for discovering this comet, so you know, I hope somebody's got a good name for it. Urangu McBain. Let's go for it. Urangu McBain. There we go. 381 simoleons. Let's go. You know what? I think it's time to buy some new wallpaper. God. Oh, that's also hideous. I can barely even see that one. There's a way to make it day, yeah, to do it day during the... Look at this. We can keep that in there because it is a bathroom. But we are going to buy some new wallpaper. I want some outdoor wallpaper as well. Just go with that, maybe. There we go. Let's go for that wooden shack look. There we go. We've upgraded our shack from pool textured to wood textured by discovering a new celestial body. The wallpaper you'd see in a rundown hotel in a horror movie. I'm pretty sure if you discovered a brand new Comet IRL, you'd get damn sign more than 380 bucks. I mean, earlier on, we sold a flower that we found for 600 bucks, so you're probably right. But that's fine, you know. One nice thing is it appears in here, so we can see the stars that we discovered. There's no description of it, unfortunately. There's also a section for potions made, although we haven't made any potions. Maybe we'll do that later, who knows. There are some pretty powerful potions in this game. If you ever wanted to just like throw you can buy a werewolf potion and just throw it to someone. You know, that is a thing that we could do. Yasmin Ferrari James has been found and relocated. I have no idea. I'm trying to think what's next in terms of our upgrades. I think we do want to get another counter. It's always important to have a couple of counters, so I'll do that straight away. And then what we might look to do is possibly buy either a television, maybe? I think a television would be good for him. Or maybe some decorations. Maybe we could get some like cheap decorations in here to try and make this place look a bit nicer. I mean, at the moment it's dirty. Oh, the other thing he needs to do is he needs to unclog the toilet, so we'll have him do that when he wakes up. He is handy, it's one of his skills, so we may as well get started on that. Hey Hagels, welcome. Ah, right, okay. When he wakes up, we'll do that. But yeah, we got a beautiful house. We got a telescope. We got an indoor toilet. We've got all the things that a man could possibly need to live a good life. So yeah, we're looking pretty good at the moment. And we should work on building our relationship. Would you believe it? He pays a whopping 16 simoleons. That's how much rent he paid in his last. Well, it's not rent. He owns the property, but that's how much his bills were. 16 simoleons. In order to live here, which is you know, it's a lot of money, but I think it's worth it for what you're getting with that 16 simoleons. I mean, look at all this space that's available to do whatever you like in it, effectively. You get to live next to some beautiful houses. You're not allowed inside them. The neighbors won't talk to us. But despite that, you know, he's living pretty. It's got a beautiful house which comes with all the essentials. It's got a diploma. It's got a photo of him that we took earlier on, just standing there menacingly, and you know all the things that you could possibly want. This makes you feel 20 years younger. We're living in the Sims equivalent to the cobble box from Minecraft. I mean, you know, it could be worse. It could be better. But the whole point is we're going to make it better. We've already massively increased the value of this place compared to what it was. You can see the unfurnished and furnished value of the property. So, you know, it's already getting there. What are you trying to cook? No, not waffles. Waffles are too expensive. Pancakes. You are a pancake man. You make pancakes. Waffles too expensive. Oh, fine. We'll add some windows. We'll add. Oh god, that's a massive window. Maybe not that window. Maybe like a smaller window. Okay, we can afford a single window. There you go. Are you happy? Have one there as well. I don't mind spending a bit of money. We're going to make more money. You know, we're on the grind. You got to spend money to make it. The world's most disgusting pancakes. Eat up. Yeah, we can't afford to waste money, so you're going to have to eat those, I'm afraid. This might make him sick, which is probably not a good idea, but still, better than nothing. Let's clean up the house. Let's clean the stove. And then let's get ready to unclog the toilet. I hope that buying this window hasn't increased the amount of bills we're paying, you know. I don't want to be paying the window tax. Cleaning was a skill in The Sims 2, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. It's not in this game. Yeah, there we go. We got a big chunk of experience in handiness there. So let's then clean the sink, because the sink is also looking filthy. And once we've done that, our house is looking nice and tidy. We could invite Fiona over. Maybe ask her if she wants to hang out. We could salute her a few more times, if you know what I'm saying. You get to know her a bit better. I think we'll have a shower first, and then we might invite her over. And it looks like the mailman is here. Oh, we received 36 simoleons from our blog. It's been a while since we posted a blog post. So I think we will post the blog post, just to say, you know, thank you to all of our kind followers for donating money to our horrible blog. Please don't tell the police that I'm writing this blog. If they found out, I would be fired. You know, we could ask our followers for more donations as well. What a very on-point thing to do. Who washes their dishes in the bathroom? To be fair, we don't exactly have anywhere else to do it. Oh, we can take a photo for our blog. I'm not sure if there's anything in here that we really want to be taking photos of. I think this would get us the photography skill. I don't think that helped our blog posts. Please like my posts. I am desperate for attention, he says. That's what he's going to post in his blog. And that post lost us. They thought our last post was terrible, and it has lost us 36 followers. Okay. Which is not good. That's fine. We don't need followers. We've, you know, we got better and more important things to do. We're going to live our life. Speaking of which, let's call over, invite over Fiona. I think it's basically random, Marvin. I think it's just based on the skill that you have, and he's a level 1 social networker, so he's, you know. See a sympathy. Sympathy. He's sympathy. He's not going to be able to feel that. He's now going to be a level 2 social networker. Okay, you know, we don't need to do Netflix and chill, because we can do Netflix, well, we can do chill and salute, where we salute her. Why is she crying?
Nancy.
Web chalk.
Okay, so she's going to tell us some awful story. We're going to salute her a couple times, because we've discovered how powerful saluting is. Although, yeah, salute... Salute. Salute. And then salute. So we'll salute her a bunch of times.
Hey, boy.
Nerfta, Balukas. What?
She saw your hat. It's fine.
Badon.
Vanita Tay.
Jablon. Kaburt. Badon.
She thinks we're being friendly, which is surprising.
Chambligo. Jump. Torblu. Iblu.
And we're just going to try and get to know her.
Tipo.
Turkna.
I don't know, like, ask about day.
Eastabo. Balawala.
She's friendly.
John de
Oh no, we're friendly.
Evsto Pala.
Darcy.
I thought it was telling us that she was friendly then. Let's brighten her day. I think she's had a bad day, so we'll try and brighten her day.
Ula's a Wigador.
Because she came in here and she's like, had that thing above her head saying that she looked like she'd been betrayed.
Tikuv, lam.
Hornton.
She did send us a letter in the mail saying that she wanted to marry us, effectively. Or maybe not exactly that, but something close to it. We don't know anything else about her. I'm hesitant to like... I'm hesitant to say that this is going to be the person that we marry, because we don't know anything about what they want or like anything else. But it's a bit tricky to find out more about them through interactions. I mean, if we did, if we were to flirt with them and they were to reject it, then that would be something that we would find out about them. Like, this is like one way that you can find out. Okay, so they're not like flirty. You know, that's not like a trait they have. What's the worst that can happen? Well, that is a good point. So why don't we... I'm going to compliment her. Because that is another one. If you compliment someone... Oh, we don't know if she's single. Bollocks. Alright, are you single?
Bam. Squazzy.
You probably should have asked this one first.
Horbla. Oh, you Vav.
Non-sorn.
Excellent, okay. Right, so she's not a snob. Because if you compliment them and they're a snob, then you find out they're a snob. Because they get really happy about being complimented if they're a snob. I don't know, we'll just flirt a bit more. Tell her a flirtatious joke. That might tell us if she's got no sense of humor, for example. She's probably gonna have some like weird trait, like you know, it turns out that she like is a sailor, which is yeah, yeah, obviously, right, Hegels. You know, I often find myself in the club saluting women and other people. You know, I find that it's a very effective. Oh God, this game is ridiculous. This game is so ridiculous. We could immediately confess attraction to her, and I think that would actually work. We'd probably... Oh, I accidentally selected first kiss, but let's do the first kiss. Let's see if that works. Okay, look at that. Right, we have found the love of our life. Our first romantic our first our first partner, possibly. We'll see. We will confess to watching you while you sleep. That's such a weird option. No. Embrace. We don't know anything about this woman
Vola.
other than the fact that, you know, she thinks that we're extremely irresistible. And now that we have basically... Now we know that she's not disgusted by our filthy apartment, which is a help. She's not rich. If she was rich, we would know that she was rich. I don't know. We could marry her right now. McIrish is her name. Yeah, her name is Fiona McIrish. Although it'll be Fiona Founderson.
Wano Blair?
Here we go. Let's get married. We're gonna marry the second woman that we ever met. She is currently his girlfriend. We're gonna propose to her.
Hooglo.
Hopefully that she doesn't hate kids or something.
Dar.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Archie.
Fair enough, yeah.
Ah, Dinesh. Lame.
Larsos.
I mean, at least they'll both, you know, they'll have some ginger children. Let's have a private wedding in this instance.
Akabador?
Paza. Largo Dev. Nas Kovachavni.
Aim to Gile.
Yeah, we're moving fast.
Olovnia.
We're moving very, very fast. I mean, it's The Sims, you know, like, we need to secure our legacy. We've only got 2 days off work before we need to go back to work again. And she's going to bring with her some money. So we'll get 1,589 simoleons, which is, you know, another very important thing. It looks like she has got some siblings. I don't know if she was married to someone and then they split up. But yeah, we have found ourselves a wife. Now, let's cross our fingers. Let's cross our fingers. And let's see what kind of traits she's got. Because we might be kicking her out if she's got really bad traits. Or if she's got like a really stupid ambition or something that's just like ridiculous to accomplish. Oh, we got even more money than I was expecting. Okay. So we got 2,003 simoleons in gifts and tax benefits. I think she was married to somebody, and yeah, she was with someone called Styles McGraw, I think. Oh no. She's days away from becoming an old woman. Alright, that's fine. We just need to have a child as quickly as possible. Alright, see you later, Marvin. She is 5 days away from becoming elderly. Which means we've got 5 days to have a kid with her if we want to keep this relationship going. I don't really want a divorce because I think that'd be a bit cheesy to like marry a bunch of women and divorce them. She is a bookworm, she's vegetarian, she's handy, she's genius, and she's charismatic. Those are all very good traits. Her ambition is to master the handiness skill and the logic skill. That is an ambition that we could do, even though she's old. Like, we could probably get that done, I think. You know, we should have enough time, even if she is like turning into an old woman, to get that done. So I think we will try it. We will try it. She wants to write a science fiction novel. Nope. She's also got a bunch of junk in her inventory. She's got a car, which we will sell. She's got 5 watermelons, which we will also sell. She's got a laptop, which we will keep and we will put on the table. We're going to upgrade this house in a little bit anyway. Beautiful. And then she's also got her high school diploma and a bunch of other junk. White flowers, which we'll also sell. Okay, so the main thing that we need to get is we'll build a bedroom, and we'll need to build a proper bed for it. So I think that's going to be the next room that we build, which we will just build. Doesn't need to be a massive room. Just build it here. Just a very basic bedroom. We've got a lot of money to play around with at this point. We'll move our window to here. We'll get another window here. Why not? We got the money. Let's deck out this place. Let's try and make this into a home that we can build a future in, as they say. Let's quickly just move these off here. Unfortunately, if these are on the wall, then we can't place windows there. There we go. We can build a future here. Right. We still want to save money though, so we're not going to spend loads and loads on any of this. Let's get ourselves just a cheap carpet in here. A lot of this is not going to stay the way it is now. It's just for the time being. Get some horrible paneling, like, oh god, that's peak grandmother. Now we can sell the single nasty bed that we had, and I think now we can afford to buy a decent bed, because having a decent bed is a good way to save time. It's like one of the things that's a really worthwhile investment. Now this bed here is energy rating 2. This one, energy rating 5, and it also has some environmental factors to it. So I think we'll go with that. It looks pretty nice in here. Well, it doesn't look nice, but it looks okay. And we still got some money to play around with. So I might actually sell this table here. I want to keep the laptop. I think we might buy a proper table. I mean, just something that kind of... Oh, you know what? That'll do. We'll put the laptop on one of the tables. We'll keep the laptop. I mean, we could just sell it for 4,000. Maybe no. We'll keep the laptop. We'll keep it. Alright, and you know that you made it. You know that you've made it in life. I'm looking for if any of them here have any like environmental value. So this one here gives a little bit of environmental rating, so we'll buy this one. Even though it's a lot uglier than some of the other ones there. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're getting hog wild indeed. We have massively upgraded this house. This is a proper house that somebody could be proud of having built with their own bare hands by marrying people. And let's very, very quickly consummate this marriage.
That's a no.
No, you're not throwing a bachelor party. You can't afford it. You will do this one though, because you're literally about to do it.
Tabsidi.
Alright, right. Romantic, more... Try for baby. There we go.
Ichkala. Oogly.
Okay, so he's gotten out of bed. Are you going to get back into bed? Okay, you have to do it from outside of the bed. Okay, right, whatever. That's fine. You do it in whatever order you need to do it in. That's fine.
Niche. Hola, Pabanda.
Come on. Stop looking at your phone. You've only got 5 days to do this.
Krishna Goma,
Zavo.
Dana.
I'm probably going to have her quit her job
Millennia.
because, I mean, we need to just focus on getting her. That was very English. What was very English? I don't think. I'm curious now. What you consider to be very English, though. Right. Okay. So I didn't hear the baby noise. There's usually like a noise which confirms that they've had a child or they're going to have a child. So I'm just going to try again out of my intense paranoia. Because there's usually like a sound that you hear at the end. It's like I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about what you said. Oh, whatever. I mean, we if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. There's plenty more time and women out there for Carrot to get with if Fiona is too old. But as it is, we'll try our best. He needs to sleep. She can do some other junk while she's doing that. I think one thing we could do of actually doing is buying a bookcase. Although she does have some books in her inventory, so we can read some of these. And we can then start to pick up the handiness skill, which is one of the things that she wants to do. I think that sound might have been the sound. Oh, she's probably getting a phone call from her ex, maybe? Saying, come back to me, please. Let's have a look at her family tree then, because she has already got a child. Who I guess will be... They're not part of the family, they don't count for anything in this challenge at all. But she's got a daughter called River McIrish. And River's... We don't know who River's father is, I guess? So she has got a daughter, who is currently a paper girl. So wait, so we left the daughter at somebody else's house then? She's got a partner, so the daughter's at... No, actually, the daughter must be... Because it said paper girl, I was thinking they were like a teen. But no, they can't... I don't think they're a teen, I think they're a young adult. And in any case, I think this might be as good a place as any to call an end to the stream for the day. We've gotten a lot done. Why do you want to buy a handiness book? You already own one. We've gotten a lot done to start. We've gotten ourselves a nice, beautiful television. You know, we've done all of those sorts of things. And I think, you know, like I say, this is a good place for us to call it. So, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll catch you again next time whenever we, you know, whenever we decide to stream again. Which will be hopefully pretty soon. And I'd like to continue this. I also want to continue with